to another gadget report. Let's talk gadgets. And today I'm going to continue with this Qantas saga, but I believe this will be my last video about this unless something really relevant comes up, and I will then make another video about it. But I think I decided to do this last video or talk about this once again because I honestly think is relevant, and it was about a public apology that the new CEO, Vanessa Hudson, has given on TV and via email for all those frequent flyers. So stick around and let's talk gadgets. So let's talk gadgets. And today, as I said, I'm going to talk about this saga with Qantas. For the last time, I decided that I'm not going to go and carry on with this because I think it would be a little bit redundant and a little bit too much. But today, I think I decided to talk about this because it's something I feel very strongly about. And it is about something that happened last week. So, over the course of the last months, here even, Qantas has been embroiled in a few scandals, especially after 2019, 2020, when aviation was severely impacted by a situation that we all know. And after that, Qantas, who had been receiving money from the government at the time in a program called Job Seeker, and after the then CEO Alan Joyce calling all their employees the Qantas family, as soon as this Job Seeker program was finished by the government because it was no longer relevant, the family apparently was no longer family, and a lot of employees got sacked, and now they appeal in court, and the High Court has decided that at least 1,700 of those were illegally sacked, and Qantas lost its battle against that appeal. So the Fair Work Commission had previously ruled in favor of the employees. Qantas has lodged an appeal, which has obviously lost. At the time, there was a program in the national broadcaster ABC called Four Corners, showing exactly what was going on with Qantas, showing actually the reason why the employees at Qantas call it all the Qantas family, because there was a union among them. There was this friendship, these relationships, and something that was really treasured, which was the experience, and especially among engineers, baggage handlers, ground staff, everyone. Years and years working there, you gain experience, and then you pass it on through the next generation, and so on and so forth. And that's how it used to be in the company. Out of a sudden, that experience was no longer valued, that knowledge was no longer treasured, and those employees were all made redundant, and Qantas outsourced the ground staff, so the all these luggage handling, engineering, all of that, maintenance, etc., to another company. According to the employees, and also according to that program, that part of it was rebroadcast and it was redone last week, and showed again parts of the previous program with obviously new things that were added. those after that happened, a lot of things started happening, and according to that program and to the accounts of employees, former employees of Qantas, even some of them didn't even want to be identified because it's a policy of the previous CEO that they cannot talk, they cannot say what happened, which quite frankly it's remarkably bad in a country where we have free speech and we can't even talk if we are being bullied in our workplace. So I think that alone is remarkable. And what started happening is a lot of problems with flights. They spoke about that in that program, in that ABC program. I will leave the links for the Four Corners, so you guys can watch. There was problems with the aircraft not being loaded properly. There is one instance at least that they spoke about where the luggage or everything was so the plane was loaded the other way around. So let me explain. Everything needs to be put in a certain position, and when they know which cargo is going to be put on the hull of the plane, everything needs to be calculated according to the weight. So like the gravity center, everything in the plane is in order, so the plane obviously can operate and can fly. It needs to be that way. It's not like when you load your car, if you put a box on the right side or if you put it on the left side, it's not going to make any difference. However, if that box is too heavy and the left side, for example, it's too light, you'll see that the car goes on the road and is tilting. Obviously that can happen with a aircraft, and you can see why. You can see the weight needs to be distributed evenly, and there's a lot of calculations needed, and it's a very thorough process, and that's what they have to do, and that's why there is professionals that do those calculations, and they know exactly how a aircraft needs to be loaded. Apparently on that particular occasion that didn't happen, and the error was just found minutes before the plane was about to be taxied to take off. So that would be a massive problem, because obviously, as you can imagine, the weights were not exactly where they should be, and the distribution of weight wouldn't have been exactly the one that the pilot had knowledge of, and what should be for the optimal operation of the aircraft. Apart from that, a lot of luggage was lost, passengers complaining about that, delays, because all of that, because then this is all according to this program, because there was not enough people. Sometimes the passengers would be already in the aircraft ready to go, but according to them, the aircraft has not been unloaded from the previous flight, for example, which obviously will end up in a massive delay. Crews extremely exhausted, because obviously then they have to wait until someone can come and unload the aircraft, load it back in, so they can leave, and this then another slot, the whole shebang. So this was a chain of events that started happening with an airline that always been regarded as one of the best in the world, with best service, with safety, the best safety standards, everything. So it has been seen as a shock how our flying kangaroo out of a sudden went down so dramatically as it did. One of the reasons that was pointed out in this program, in this ABC program, the Four Corners, was exactly that. It was lack of training, because these new companies, apart from not having enough staff to attend all the aircraft, which per se is a problem, they are not trained appropriately. And that where this experience that I was talking about before comes handy. So some in the Qantas family, that used to be the way. The older generations, or the more experienced, the more seasonal, the more seasoned employees would actually train the new ones and show them the way, and that's how things went, and that's why the quality was kept. So in reality, we can't really blame these people that are now working for these companies, because they are not trained adequately to do their job properly. If you're not trained, if you don't know what you're doing, of course there's going to be mistakes. Another question that was put forward was the fact that some subsidiaries were created so you would have a crew in the same flight wearing the Qantas badge and having different wages. So one person could be standing up next to another colleague that was getting a lot more than they got for exactly the same job in the exactly same flight. That was something that was put forward last year. Now remember Alan Joyce brushing it off, saying that they needed to be competitive, and that's the way of the future, and that those employees accepted working in those conditions, etc., etc., etc. So he was always right. After all of these scandals, after the ACCC allegations, which we don't know yet an outcome for those, last week on Friday, on the 22nd of September, or should I say the other week, so Friday on the 22nd of September, this because I always record my videos 1 week before they are published. So when I say last week, is because for me it is still last week, but when you see this video, it would be 2 weeks ahead. On the 22nd of September, the new CEO of Qantas, Vanessa Hudson, sent an email to all frequent flyer members, which my husband is, and with a video that is on Qantas YouTube channel. I will also put the link below so you can hear her message, apologizing for what has been happening with Qantas. So her message goes like this: addresses the person, and then my name is Vanessa Hudson and I'm the new CEO of Qantas Group. I'm reading because obviously I'm reading the email that was sent to my husband, and that's why I'm looking for my screen. We know that we've let our customers down and we've got some things wrong. And I want to say that we're sorry. I want you to know that we've heard you and that we are working hard to rebuild your trust in us. In the short video message below, I share more information about the actions we've taken to once again be the national carrier Australians are proud of. We will get back to the Qantas you know and love, and my promise to you is that we'll work hard with the help of our amazing people to be even better. We'll keep listening to your feedback, and I hope you continue to share your thoughts on what you would like to see from us in the future, and we commit to taking action in big and small ways. Then she signs, Vanessa Hudson, CEO of Qantas Group, and then you have embedded the video that I will put in the description below. So what do I have to say about this? Well, as I said, and as I mentioned last week, I feel a bit conflicted about this. First of all, because I don't think should be Vanessa Hudson apologizing, even though she was in the board. I think it should be Alan Joyce himself facing the music. I don't think even that he should have been allowed to leave 2 months earlier when all this exploded and all of this was in the media. He should have stayed and he should be forced to face the music because this was his deed, not hers. Yes, I know there is a lot of people that think, yeah, she was in the board, the whole board should go. As I mentioned in my video last week, part of me believed that yes, the whole board should go, but also part of me think sometimes decisions are not taken unanimously, and he was the CEO. Ultimately, he was the one pulling the strings and making the calls. So I think he should be the one being responsible. There was also thoughts about the massive bonus that he got. Apparently, there's been some figures put out in the order of the 20 million, something like that. I think it's outrageous. I honestly think it's outrageous for someone that damaged a company the way Qantas is at the moment. That person should not receive any bonus, any. In fact, he should be his bonus should be taken away to pay for all the compensation the company will be now liable for all of this mess with the employees, possibly with the mess with the flights and more mess that are to come. We know that there's more to this and there will be more things surfacing very soon. So I don't think he deserves any bonus. I've said that before and I have to say it again. I don't think Alan Joyce should get any bonus. In fact, I think he should have been forced to stay until November, and it should be him apologizing. It should be him facing the music. It should be him answering for his actions, because at the end of the day, Vanessa Hudson was in the board. Yes, she was, but it was not her making the calls. So now, quite frankly, she's just cleaning up the mess that someone did. And that was exactly the comment that I heard or read on social media. One of the people that was reading the article about this apology, and the person just said, and he was a man, by the way, and he was a man, and he said, this is just another plan. A man makes the mess, they put a woman cleaning up the mess, then if she fails, they just say, because she's no good, she's not competent, let's put another man. I hope this doesn't happen though. I just hope not. I hope the new CEO can actually do what she said in this apology, and she just can turn things around and bring Qantas to what Qantas is. And I hope that commented that person, that reader, was is wrong, even though the comment that he made is part what I think as well. So I don't think she should be cleaning up a mess that she did not create, and I think that Alan Joyce should be accountable for what he did. I think what happened at Qantas is ridiculous, and this is something that is not. This didn't happen overnight. This has been happening years and years and years and years and years of this, and every single time that Qantas is on the news, he comes up, he tries to brush it off, this and that. There was one time when the engineers were unhappy, he grounded the entire fleet. He grounded the entire fleet of the airline. That caused massive disruption, that caused massive problems, and in a way of trying to make his employees the bad guys, when in fact he was the one who's damaging the company, not the employees, not the people that were actually doing their very best to keep this company alive and to keep Qantas, the Qantas that everyone knows and loves, as she says. So I think this person should be accountable for what he did. Quite frankly, I don't think the new CEO should be apologizing. I don't think the new CEO should be answering for something that was not entirely her call. I think he should His bonus should go. He should not get any bonus. He does not deserve any bonus, because at the end of the day, this was damaging for the company. This was bad management, to say the least. This was bad management, to say the least. He not only jeopardized the profitability of the company, even though he presented the last report in the last quarter where he presented a very good profit for the company. In the end, how much of this so-called profit is actually profit? Because all of this was obtained possibly not very not in a very good way. Because if the ACCC's allegations are proven right, there was some money of that so-called profit that came from flights that were sold illegally. So that's a gray area there. That's something that needs to be addressed. Plus, if all of this and the company now is liable to pay compensation for all of this mess that he has created, there won't be a profit at all. There will be a loss, and a massive one. And to add to this loss, it's possibly 20 million that this man is receiving as a bonus for putting the company in such a bad situation. So it does not make sense that he gets a bonus. It does not make sense that he got the easy way out. So he basically had the free jail card. So he just presented the free jail card and he's out, and someone else is now to deal with it. And that's what I don't think it's right. That's why I think this apology from this lady, although of course was needed, shouldn't be her, should have been him. And this is my opinion. So for today, I hope you liked this gadget report. As I said, I don't intend to do any more videos about Qantas. I think it's enough. Only if there's anything that is really relevant, I will do another video on this issue. I hope you liked. I would like to hear from you. What do you think? What do you think about this apology? What do you think about the nomination of the new CEO? Do you think she should be the one? Do you think the entire board should be dismissed and another board be called in? What's your opinion? What do you think about the bonus that Alan Joyce got? Do you agree with it? Do you think he shouldn't have had any bonus because he didn't do any good for the company? What's your opinion? Let me know your thoughts. And if you have any subject that you would like me to discuss, that you would like me to present here in our gadget report, please let me know. I will be very happy to accommodate it. And again, put a like on the video and subscribe the channel with a little click on the bell so you get a notification of a new gadget report every week. Before I go, I would like to thank you all for watching. See you next week. Have a good one. Bye.